High-performance gardens have 12 characteristics that make the garden so successful. So today I'd like to talk about characteristic number 7, a high-performance garden is well planned. This not only means the planting plan is figured out before you garden, but it also means you have figured out the best place to put your garden before you even get started. So you're going to go out in your yard and you can take a look around. So planning where to put your garden to get the best light for your plants is critical to your success. So sunlight is a very important factor in growing vegetables. So without enough light, there will be no produce. There are 3 things that I consider in regards to the light that the garden will be getting. So number 1 is hours of daylight. So when picking the location for the garden, light is the first consideration. So I want to be sure that the garden gets as much light as possible. So I like to choose a site that has full day sun. So if the sunlight is too intense, I can always add shade if needed, and it's easier to shade the plants than it is to try to get more light. Number 2 is plant variety. So I consider which plants I am going to grow. So most vegetables require full day sun, while others can tolerate a little bit of shade. So the plants that I like to plant in full sun are beans, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, corn, cucumbers, eggplant, melons, leeks, okra, onions, peas, peppers, potatoes, pumpkins, squash, sweet potatoes, and tomatoes. You can see that list is very extensive. So the plants that can tolerate part shade are celery, carrots, different herbs, kale, lettuce, radishes, spinach, Swiss chard, and turnips. So they can do some shade. And I don't know of any vegetable that grows really well in all shades. So if you're going to try something for an all shade garden, the best would be greens or some of the herbs. Okay, and number 3, climate and afternoon temperatures. So if you live in a really harsh climate where the temperatures soar above 100 degrees, then your plants, even though they like full sun, may want some shade in the afternoon. So I use shade cloth on one of our easy trellises to shade the plants if they are getting too hot. So this is a 20% shade cloth. It is white. I like white if I'm going to try to cut some heat. And then it can just lay over your easy trellis or whatever kind of structure that you build to provide some shade for the plants. Shade cloth also comes in black, and it comes in green and white striped. And it also comes in different amounts of shade. So like I said, this is 20% shade. I wouldn't go more than 40% shade, and I would probably try to stay away from black if I could, as far as like trying to cut some heat. But if black is all you can find, then black is what you'll use. So anyways, this works really, really good. What I notice is that that just cutting that afternoon light can really help the plants. So if you are wanting to build some of our easy trellises, they're really great and super easy to put together. The plans for that is on our website, so you can go to livingfarm.org/easy-pvc-tomato-trellis-part-1. We'll put that on the screen for you. And some of the examples I want to talk about is, like, if you're in Arizona or places where it's getting above 100 degrees, you definitely want to give those plants that early morning light, probably up to about 8 hours, and then you want to cut that with some shade. And my cousin who lives in South Texas, she also has the exact same problem, so pretty hot through the south as well. Get you some shade cloth and get your plants happy by having a little bit of shade. So I select my location, I select the proper plants for that location, and then if you live in a harsh climate, you want to consider the shade cloth protection. So now I will plant the garden, and then I'm going to observe the results and see if I did a good job of making the plants happy. So here's what I'm going to look for to determine how my plants are doing. Number 1, are the leaves faded or burned? If they are, get some afternoon shade on those plants to see if it helps. Number 2, is the plant stretched? If the plant is stretching because of lack of light, you're going to want to pick a different location next season, or pick a lower light plant for that location. Number 3, is the plant fruiting properly? Warm weather vegetables like tomatoes, squash, and broccoli and melons, they will not fruit unless they are getting enough sunlight. So if your plant is pretty and green but not fruiting, you want to check to see how much sunlight it's getting. That could be the cause of no fruiting. So once you figured out the best location for your garden, then use your observation skills to see how your plants are reacting to the amount of light that they are getting. Then you will know if the spot that you selected is right for that type of vegetable plant. So if you'd like to learn more about high-performance gardening and garden characteristics that lead to success, go ahead and go to our website, thelivingfarm.org, and there you're going to find more articles, videos, and e-courses that can help you on your way to success. If you want to learn how to grow $2,500 worth of organic produce with only a 15-minute-a-day commitment, sign up for the High Performance Garden Show. There are hundreds of episodes chock full of my best gardening secrets that I have learned over the last 3 decades. Go to thelivingfarm.org/high-performance-garden-show. It's free and online. Also, if you want to join the premier online community of people who grow food, medicine, and build resilient communities, join us today at thegrownetwork.com. Thanks so much for watching. May your garden be easy, fun, productive, and always organic.